Pippin C. Pickletooth. Where are you? Type C. Pickletooth. Brimble. Cat. Fudge. You know? Vanta Black. Or Black 4.0 because Mr. Vanta Black, I don't want to share it with people because I'm a dummy. What's the point of inventing a color and then just keeping it to yourself? You dummy. Isn't that what happened? Like the Vanta Black, whoever made that is all weird about it. That's why everybody has to use Black 3.0 and stuff. Which is close. Black 4.0. I do want to try that stuff someday. I have to think of something good to do with it first, though. Need something that like needs part of it to be like a literal void, or just saps. Like maybe like I gotta do. I've just drawn a lot of black holes. Yeah, next time I do, like, maybe if whenever I get around to doing a black hole in paint, that might be useful. It would be sick. It looks very dark and very not shiny at all. It's so matte that it sucks all the light out of the room. Love it. Yes. Where is that thing? I was looking at an apron, but I realized that like I don't need it. Because this is mostly what the apron would be used for me. I don't care about getting paint on myself. I don't have expensive clothes. And honestly, I think literally everything I own would look cooler with paint on it anyway. I literally do not care. But between the fact that and that, I figured this will do. I feel like this has more pockets than the apron did anyway. And plus, it's less. Like, if I was outside in the summer with the whole apron on, this shit would be hot as hell. It's already, like, kind of sucks to have that thing on when it's really hot out. It's just like a canvas flap, just extra stuff holding the heat in. Fine. You wait till I find that, then I say. Yeah! Berries! Cherries are stone fruit. Strawberries, hand fruit. Regular fruit. And bananas are berries. Just saying. Tomatoes, fruit. Avocados, stone fruit. Cherries and strawberries are not berries, but bananas are. You learn something every day. Yeah, of course they don't look like that. That looks like AI. There's no way. I know that they have. I don't know. I didn't know they had puffy paint, but I know they have that paper, sponge paper. I just learned about it. It looks like it could be cool if I don't know. I'd probably find uses for it, but it looks also like strange. Basically, when you pat, I think it's like good for watercolor or any wet medium because when wet stuff gets on it, the more moisture it expands. And so if you took like a nice wet watercolor and just did a circle, you'd have like a circle puff would come out, like a ridge. But the paint itself, puffy, that sounds The video is so fake too. I mean, it looks AI as hell. Like, where's that coming from? Come on, have you never taken a physics class? Matter doesn't just come out of nowhere. They just, what the hell am I seeing? They just drew like a little happy face, and it's just like heavy body acrylic starts pouring out of it, basically. Like, oh yeah, that's real. Come on. That's ridiculous. It just had like $100 worth of acrylic paint just materialize out of nowhere. That's crazy. What does it do? I don't understand why they make stuff like that. Puffy paint. This seems like more trouble than it's worth. You get better results by just dyeing some hardware store caulk. I mean, if you just wanted insane impasto, it's impasto imposter. It's not really paint or there at all. Cat! Meow, he says. Meow, he says, and he goes. Oh, wait, don't I have a thing? I might have a thing to post. I don't even know. I do it so randomly. It's kind of turned into an every other day thing, minus weekends. Cause, yeah, too much to do every day anyway. It stops being fun when I do it every day. If I'm not enjoying it, then I'm not gonna do it. So, well, to an extent, like you know, I'll tolerate some BS to get goals accomplished, but it's not really falling into that category at the moment. I'm pretty sure I have one that I recorded already then. Unless I put it up already. I think I do, actually. I don't think I put this in. Blam, 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 blam. I knew I had one. I made this on like Friday or something. No, maybe it was Saturday. And I just forgot to put it on. Up. Oops. That's been happening a lot where I make one and then I just forget until like the next day. But this one I forgot until now. This one's all just kind of. It's taking a minute to do that. Yeah, man. Yeah, this should be better. I'm just trying to trim the dead air off the beginning. I mean, I should have like started it the second I started recording. I probably would have got the whole thing in. At the end gets cut off. Whatever. I didn't even listen to it yet. I think I messed up a couple times, but I also don't care. Dada. You know, the band that does suck. Alright. Posted. Might take a second, but it's going. And it's pertinent too. Sorry for not posting. Short for a couple days. All apologies. I guess we'll have to wait and see what song it is. Unless you literally just heard it. Should be good. It's only. That's another reason not to play things perfectly. Play it perfectly, saying, oh, copyright strike because you were playing it. That can happen. You don't want that. It's already bad enough that you can't listen to music without them being like, oh god. 2 seconds of a song. It's like, yeah, dude, I made so much money by having a song in the background, right? I make nothing doing this. Nothing. This isn't about money. I've never made a fucking red cent doing this. I haven't even sold any art yet, because I haven't even got to that point. I've only been arting every day again for like a year. And I finally got my... Now, we move on to doing all that. I had to, shit takes time. I got a nice little collection of pictures starting to build up in several different mediums. And then I keep, doing whatever. And eventually I get prints made of some of the stuff that I think people might like. And some of the stuff that I know people like. And then I shows them. And eventually, when I start cranking out paintings, we could just sell originals too. Those be a little bit more because of time, one of a kindness, and materials used. I was looking at wood artboards. The only reason I didn't get one is because they only had 5 packs, and I want 5 of them right now. I want to try painting on a nice piece of wood. Something tells me I'm gonna like it just because it's a lot more sturdy. Like canvases, but something that just feel fragile sometimes, even the good ones. And I'm not doing that forever. Certain stuff I'm gonna want heavy duty. Like, what if I want to do like kind of like an aggressive painting, like where the actual process is like kind of aggressive, at least in comparison to what you would normally do with a canvas. And it just looks nice. Nice piece of wood. And Game Boy is probably the greatest console of all time, just because, for me anyway, just because we had Pokemon. That was the shit. That was the shit. Those games were crack for kids. I'm telling you, it's crack for adults too half the damn time. Catching those little monsters. Oh, I had so much fun doing that shit. Dude, if I spent all the time back when I was younger that I played Pokemon doing literally anything else, that would probably have been a better plan. But as it stands, at least I enjoyed it. It was fun. Never did get a Mew though. Not in a game. That's not true. Some of the newer ones you can get legendaries really easy. You have to. I don't know. I don't really play anything anymore. The only reason I have video games on my brain at all is because Resident Evil 9 has been announced, and now I'm like, okay, that's like the one thing. Even Silent Hill 2 remake wasn't enough. I was like, yeah, I definitely want to play that, and I will eventually, but no. I'm gonna wait for it to be like half price of what it was originally. I just I haven't really heard bad things about it, but also honestly, like Silent Hill 2 is so good. I really don't see a remake. Oh no. It's not just good, like it's the original one is still very good. Like it doesn't really need it. It's weird, but it's supposed to be. It's good. I love it. I remember the first time playing it. It was insane, so surreal, and like it just stopped me. Care about good art. They really don't. Which is ironically part the only reason the original Silent Hill games were good is because they didn't care. So they just put like a ragtag team together and are like, yeah, just copy Resident Evil. But if they made gold, then when they're like, we don't need you anymore, and yeah, you definitely did though. Because they came up with that whole concept. The only thing that rivals Resident Evil ever had. And the only reason it's not really a competition is because one is more straightforward survival horror, puzzle, strat type thing, and the other one is that, but way more psychological horror. Way more psychology and philosophy and religion and theology, all kinds of everything. Oh, thinky thinks. Hope you got your thinking cap on. That one. Dude, I remember that commercial. They used to play that commercial like in the beginning of movies. Wanna Fanta, don't you wanna? Like when you go to the movie theater back when I was a kid, this commercial would always be on. Like before it was on TV. I think I tried Fanta once. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't remember which flavor. It's probably fine. I don't know. Just soda. Most soda is pretty good, I guess. Once in a while. They need to bring back Coke and coffee. That shit was so good. The caramel Coca-Cola with coffee was so good. I loved that stuff. It figures every time they make something I actually like, they discontinue it. That stuff existed for like hardly at all. Like, I gotta look that. Coca-Cola with coffee first launched 2017 in Japan and was introduced to the United States in 2021. However, it was discontinued in 2022. Boo, dude. Of course Japan has that. Of course they know how to make good stuff. What's wrong with America? How did you not everybody loves Coca-Cola and everybody loves coffee? How did that not work? It was awesome. It was so good. I guess I could make it myself, right? I'd have to easy to fiddle around with it a little bit, tweak it, find the right. Actually, that's a good idea. I should try. Sitting here complaining about it when I could make it myself. Just Coca-Cola with coffee, right? Just make some decent coffee. A bottle of Coca-Cola. Mix a little bit of coffee in at a time until it's like the right amount. So that means it's probably still in Japan, right? If they had it since 2017, they probably still have it. Man, I gotta go to Japan someday. It's too bad I hate airplanes. I wanna go to Italy too. I wanna go everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Well, I do. I do wanna go everywhere. Just, you know. Some places are not as forgiving as other places. I think it'd be cool to see a rainforest, but I also don't really want to be in a rainforest. Just because I know how much crazy stuff is in there. It would be horrible. Just the bugs and the heat and humidity alone would be enough to break your spirit. I can't even imagine all the crazy ass predators and shit. Poisonous everything. Plants that kill you. Even the plants kill you there. What? It's really cool though. They need to leave the rainforests alone. I got extra stay wet pallet sheets. So now I can not worry about running out. It only came with like a couple, but like you get a whole 30 pack. That'll last a while. I'm gonna like save all of them too when I'm done and do something with it. I think used pallets. Cool. I already thought that, but then when I was looking in this magazine where they like, there's this place in New York City where they like have a bunch of them from different artists. Where some of them are like working pallets, presentation pallets, and what's the last one? There's a third kind. One was just like how they would set up their paint. One was like a palette that they actually used to make a bunch of paintings, and one was like a palette where they would make a little picture on it, actually paint on the palette. It's cool. I want to go to that place and look at all of those things next time I'm down there. I need to check out the Museum of Art too. I want to go back to that so bad, but I'm gonna make sure that Starry Night is there before I go next time. Just swear if I went there a second time and it was on loan again, I'd probably just give up on seeing it. Like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Too bad. Uh, good here. Opposite. Yeah, I used to love that tomato soup. I used to eat that. There was a period of time where I would eat that every day. It's fucking good. You put a little Tabasco and a shit ton of black pepper in there. It's pretty good. I just can't eat soup. And not right now. Hopefully, like it. Wait, does Snapple not taste good anymore? I haven't had Snapple in a minute. Snapple was the greatest thing ever back in the. I didn't even know Snapple still existed. Yeah, they do. I've seen toothpaste commercials. Remember this? Tang commercials were great because they always had orangutan. Orangutan. I think Tang is literally the reason why people say orangutan incorrectly. Cause like orangutan, because of the Tang commercials. Look at that thing. It's a karate ape. Ah, yeah, that orangutan. Tang. I feel like I only had Tang a couple times in my life. I always liked the commercial. Orangutan. Magic. It was a butt scoot. And a dog doing the butt scoot thing. Yeah, that did. Look at this boy, he wants to play. Hey.
Just come here, my friendship animal child. Look at the fur on.
Aw, hey, Clayton. Here. See. I remember that. I got a creature rubbing up against my knee. Hey, hey little buddy. Oh, side dog. We doing, Pip? I know you want to play. You always want to play at the worst times, though. Baby.
Wiggy.
Yeah. Commercials. Where's my drawing glove? A bat? Where in the actual hell? I had my drawing glove, and then now it's gone forever. My life sucks. Yay. Did offend the did time to make some. Just gotta finish these trees up and then just layers. Oh, the clouds too. Finish the trees. These other two little cloud things. And just layers, like I said, blending and merging. Yeah, but I haven't really tested paper. I've used a little bit with the tree. This is cool. Why are old cell phones? Not old, but like 1,000. Yes, that's what I mean. Like the ones that had the full keyboard on them. I used to have one that was like a regular phone. Turn it sideways and go. Full keyboard would pop out. Oh, that was the shit, dude. Loved that thing. So easy to text because it was just a regular keyboard, except tiny. None of this touch screen decide. Like I just wrote what I wanted it to write every time. Oh, dude. Oh, I miss that thing. That was my favorite phone I've ever had. That's kind of saying a lot because I've never liked any of my phones. That one though, it wasn't even good enough to like watch videos online or anything. It was just literally sheerly good for texting and phone calls. And that's all I needed. Beautiful. So GPS is a welcome addition to cell phone. I have found those kind of useful. And as an MP3 player, that's mostly what my phone is. GPS is mostly just an MP3. It's an MP3. Music. Sometimes GPS. Sometimes art reference. A bit of texting. Hardly any. Yeah. Uh, uh, say it 3 Literally $20 or less. Yeah, for like, yeah, actually, you could probably get one of those like a real cheap, just regular cheap earbuds. All basically double as that now. Well, technology has come a long way in 10-ish years. What if I don't need to? What am I gonna do with the second one? Oh, I remember those. They're chocolate chips. Like chips, but chocolate? They're like Pringles, but chocolate? I hope there's not a potato chip in there. That would be kind of a chocolate covered potato chip. Actually, I'm not until you try it. It seems like the kind of snack that, like, I don't know why that wouldn't last. It's just bad mark. Like, I would eat those Pringles shaped chocolates. Like, song, anything anymore. TV used to be full of jing. And again, I don't get a commercial. Yeah, those. Van Gogh. No, I remember this one. It was Breeze. Want to come home again and again because Febreze fresh. Yeah, baby. Febreze smells good as shit. Febreze is awesome. Smells good. I got some somewhere around here. Spray it just fucking. Be right back. I had to go bathroom. this? Piece of paper. Caffeine gum. Such a Pippin, come here. Understand what? Half the time, good enough. It's fine on 6 yesterday. Sure. Mm. Let's get these last little bits kind of in place, and I can really just go nuts and layer it up, and it will get done quite quickly. Comparative. And we get in the make. And one of those days where all I wanted to do is make art, but it took forever to get to that point. life doing life things. Yay. Just ever so slightly build up the color. That's the thing with colored pencils. They work a lot better if you go light and slow. Lots of light layers. You start to do cool stuff with it. I gotta trying to do this right. So it'll be darker foreground and keep it more hazy like that in the back. That's probably gonna be more darker layers up front and just less and less. Trying to learn more about color. There's a lot of I mean, it's like a whole theory thing, like music theory, except color theory. But the thing about it is, it makes more sense to me. Like everything when it comes to like visual arts, all that stuff makes way more sense to me. Like, I can play the guitar a bit, but I have to think so much more with it, which is not good because thinking is not how you do it. Well, it is in a way, but like once you're playing good, it's like a lot of muscle memory stuff, and when you think too hard, that's when you start to mess up. At least that's what it seems like. I also have been drawing much longer, even with the time that I didn't do it consistently. It basically, literally since I could pick up crayons, I've been making pictures. I never liked to color as much as make my own stuff. It's actually been a whole thing to get me to put this much color in my art now. I've had these colored pencils forever, right? These are Prismacolor Premiers and they have lilac in them. And if you don't know, that's a discontinued color. Discontinued it a while ago. I've had these things forever, and I didn't really start using them until recently. With any kind of regularity, anyway. I just got lost from the art for a while. I got distracted by things that I shouldn't have gotten distracted by. But now, my curse is kind of lucky in a lot of ways too, because I don't really have that problem anymore. Now the only thing I have to worry about distracting me is myself. Mostly. Other than like normal stuff, but I don't really count that because it's like stuff I have to do anyway. I mean, like, when I could be drawing, and I'm just like staring at the computer, but not even really paying attention to it, thinking about something completely different. Just zoned the fuck out. Like, draw and then zone the fuck out while doing that. And then at least you'll be productively zoning out. Usually hard for me to talk and do this at the same time, I guess. The more you do it, it gets kind of easier. I'm just not used to doing it. Usually, every time I draw, it's like zoned out and locked in. Like art stuff. Where is my. Actually, maybe I do. I do use. This. Oh, did I have? They probably think. Oh, I was gonna say, fuck no. You just done stuff. Do all that shit for me. I don't give don't talk about like. Yeah. Yep. You're not doing it for any of that because it doesn't definitely doesn't do any of that. Like what? This is this thing. That was that was. Eh, hmm, Weird. Here's my little pencil. colored pencil, just a tiny little bit of graphite left in it. Just a little tiny bit. I'm using this one though. This one a little too much for this. This stuff is shiny. Go ham with it. It's like glossy. I know this. The paper bag octopus did. I use that thing for the pupil. Great look. Kind of cool sometimes, but sometimes not. What was that thing? It was. Space. This is where I gotta think for a second. That is definitely not. Yeah, it's messed up. This is so funny when people eat really hot stuff. I'm just like, I like some spicy. I ain't gonna eat anything that's like challenge level hot. Like, that's okay. I like to enjoy food, not be in pain now and later. I'm almost more afraid of what that would do coming back out than how bad it would be to get it in. spicy stuff tear you up all the way through your GI. Doesn't sound fun. Alright. I'm gonna do a longer one of these tomorrow. Start earlier or something. Get more done. Till then. Peace.